Hey guys. So I want to explain a little bit more about the poisonous mushroom for those of you that are staying online, or if you've been in class with me and you just really don't understand. So one of the ways that um, the Germans got their propaganda out was through children. And I know you saw in one of the videos last week that they would teach children in school in Germany about how bad the Germans were. They actually had books for it. So this book, The Poisonous Mushroom, is a book that was circulated and used in the curriculum in like elementary school, children's classrooms for the kids to look at. And each chapter in the book is a different story about how bad Jews are. And so what the book does is it takes the original stereotypes that people already had about Jews. So, like that they were thieves, that they like to sacrifice children, that they, would steal all of your money or take your job. Like the stereotypes that are already there, if you think back to the video that you watched about like the history of the discrimination against the Jews, think about the stereotypes that you already have been told that were in place before the Nazis came into power. And so what that answers number 3. So if you're looking at the document, I know I'm kind of going out of order, but this was a question that was asked to me today. Let me go back for a second. While that's opening, I'm going to show you something. If you look at the book, and this part right here that's written in German, that's the book, the actual, it's the PDF version of the poisonous mushroom for you to be able to look through. And if you scroll down, you can read about it, but it was used in schools. So each chapter starts with a picture, and the picture will look something like this. Okay, and at the bottom of it there will be a caption. Well, the caption here is in German, so you can't read it. But your job is to be able to look at the picture. What is going on in the picture? Okay, I need you to remember that the mushroom is a metaphor, because the poisonous mushroom, they're saying that in if you're going and picking mushrooms that are supposed to be healthy, sometimes medicinal, it's really hard to tell which ones are the poisonous ones. And so the whole idea of the book is to pick out and to show you why Jews are bad, how they're bad, uh, how to see one, how to notice one. Okay, so picking out the bad apple out of the good apples, or the poisonous mushroom out of the mushrooms, is kind of the point. So your job is going to be to pick 3 of the chapters. It doesn't matter which 3 chapters it is. And you're going to look at the picture, and then right here on this page, the caption will be written in English. So whatever was at the bottom of the page there, the caption will be here in English. And so I think that answers number 1. Tell you in a minute. It's cold this morning. The computer's saying I'm not ready to get up. And you get to hear an announcement like you're really at school. Hold on.
Good morning, UCA. If you are doing the weight loss challenge, can you please go to Miss Haynes' room to get weighed? If you are doing the weight loss challenge, please go to Miss Haynes' room to get weighed. Thank you.
Okay, so number 1 says record the translated caption associated with your image. That's the caption that I just told you about. Let me see if I can't get this to work. Okay, so the caption that was beside the picture and beside the blue title of the chapter, that's the caption that you put for number 1. For number 2, you have to read the story. So you would go and click here on the blue is the title of the chapter. And what will come up is a little short story, like a children's story, but a really twisted kind of way. And you're going to read this story. And number 2 is asking you to explain what's happening in the story. How are the kids being told that Jews are bad? In this particular chapter, it's how to tell a Jew from a regular Aryan German person. Okay, number 3 is asking you what stereotypes were already in place before this book was written um, that the Nazis are using to their advantage. So, like, what is pretty standard knowledge or a standard um, prejudice that people have against Jews already. So when it says what elements of pre-existing anti-Semitism have the Nazis co-opted here, what that really means is what stereotypes do you see that were already in place before this book was written, that are anti-Jewish, anti-Semitism, that the Nazis are like taking advantage of here or using to their advantage. And then number 4 is asking you how do they play off of that already existing stereotype and make it bigger, make it worse, make the Jews sound worse than they already sounded, than people already thought they were. How are they making them that much more evil or dangerous or whatever it is? So when it says what new anti-Semitic themes have the Nazis incorporated, so like what new ideas have they forced upon the Jews? So those are how to answer those questions, and you pick 3 different stories to answer, and write about them in the document and turn them in. So I hope that explains more what to do for this particular assignment, and let me know if you have any questions.